Sailor Moon E. Act 2. Water Games.
Alex sits in the back office of the arcade. When a girl walks in, she is dressed in an earth green spaghetti strap top and blue jeans. She had jet black hair that went down to her shoulders. She also has the bluest eyes Alex has ever seen.
Thanks for coming in, Flora.
Alex says and motions for her to take a seat. Flora smiles and sits down at the desk.
So I asked you to come in today because I saw you wanted the waitress job for the cafe.
Alex verified. Flora just nods.
Well, I think you're the best one for the job, from your resume. So why don't we go upstairs so I can show you the cafe?
Alex adds. Alex and Flora stand up and walk out of the office and they head upstairs. Once upstairs, Alex spots Darian and the girls at their normal tables.
Here's a great example of some regulars.
Alex starts pointing at Darian and the girls.
Let me introduce you to them.
Alex says and starts to walk over to them. As he and Flora got within earshot, they could hear what they were all talking about. Their words, however, are not what Alex seems to be focused on. There on the table in front of Darian sits 4 stones. A little green one was glowing. It was as if this stone was calling out to him. He had to have it, he needed to touch it. Then he heard it, just one word.
Zoisite.
Darian and Amy say in unison.
Zeosite?
Alex questioningly whispers. This name meant something to him, something very important. Then screaming came from the arcade and he watched as Darian scooped up 3 of the stones in a hurry and then took off with the girls downstairs. On the table still lies the light green stone. Flora had already ran off scared from all the screaming, but Alex had to have that stone. Slowly he moved towards it. People running into him trying to get out of there. He could hear screaming people. They are yelling about monsters. Alex's feet, however, would not stop, they were headed for that stone. Once Alex picks up the stone, a wave of power and flash of a forgotten time comes over him.
Are you looking for a new holiday destination? Then look no further than Rain.
Hello, listener. I apologize for butting in, but everything happens for a reason, like a well-thought-out plan, like a precise chess move, and I, William Cranston, love a precise chess move, a well-thought-out plan. I have a well-thought-out plan, like a perfect chess match. My plan revolves around the Power Rangers Future Foundation, and you can hear about my well-thought-out plan, my precise chess moves, in the tale of the Power Rangers Future Foundation, only found on the Tiger Tales YouTube channel. Come take a listen, and find out what my plan is.
Ranger Travels is not responsible for destruction of property while on your holiday. If there is a monster attack, Rangers will respond. T's and C's apply.
A week later, Alex has spent it dreaming of a golden kingdom named Elysian and a prince named Endymion. The face of this prince was always cloudy, but the voice. He knows that voice, he just could not place how. Whenever Alex needs to clear his mind, he dons his favorite England soccer team jersey and his soccer ball and heads to the park. Once at the park, Alex shows off his soccer skills, trick shooting. Slowly his mind starts to clear and he feels at ease. Amy was also at this same park, unknown to Alex. She sat under a tree reading a book, but as soon as Alex shows up, she is drawn to watch him. A smile comes over her face and she starts to blush. Alex moves with grace and precision. For some reason, Amy could sit here and watch him all day. At one point, Alex spots Amy, and as he goes to do a jump aka, he slips on the ball and falls on his head hard. Amy jumps up and runs over to him.
Are you okay?
Amy asks, getting to his side. Alex slowly opens his eyes and looks into Amy's face.
Whoa, you're beautiful.
Amy blushes.
Thank you, but you're hurt.
Just my pride.
Alex says, sitting up.
I have done that trick 100 times.
Amy helps him to his feet and hold hands a little longer than they need to. Blushing, they let go and both stare at the ground.
Can I ask you something?
Alex asks, still looking down.
Yes.
Amy shyly replies.
Have you ever heard the name Endymion?
Alex asks, looking at her. Amy's head shut up and her eyes went huge.
What did you just say?
Alex is taken back by the shocked look Amy is giving him.
Endymion. Do you know the name, don't you?
As soon as Amy started to answer, Lita and Mina ran up.
Amy, we need to go.
Lita says.
Hi, girls?
Alex says, looking lost.
Hey, Alex, sorry to be rude, but we need to steal Amy for a bit.
Mina replies.
Something wrong?
Amy asks.
No, we're just late for, that thing.
Lita stammers out.
Monster attack.
Mina whispers in Amy's ear. Unknown to the girls, Alex also heard it.
Sorry, Alex. I really need to go. Can I see you again later?
Amy asks as the other two girls take off running. Alex just nods and smiles.
I'll be at the arcade later.
Alex answers. Amy smiles and runs off. Alex watched her go, and when he saw the way she went, he took off after her. Once Alex got to Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden, he was shocked to find Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Mask, and the Sailor Scouts were battling a bat-looking monster. Alex starts to let out a scream but is unable to, seeing as the monster spins on him and flies at Alex. Sailor Mercury jumps onto Alex and rolls off to the side. Alex looks deep into her eyes and slow mouths the words, Amy? Sailor Mercury's eyes go huge as she jumps off Alex and runs back into the fight. Alex sits up and looks over at the other heroes.
My words, that's Serena, Ray, Lita, and Mina. Then that means Tuxedo Mask is Darion.
The stone that Alex took from the diner was starting to get warm in his pocket. Alex pulls out the stone and it is glowing and words start to form in Alex's mind.
Zeosite?
He stammers. Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon defeated the monster with a team-up attack. Alex slowly stands up and looks at them, and right in front of him they all turn back into their normal selves.
I think we should talk.
Darian says with a soft smile.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Tuxedo Mask.
Alex says, holding up the glowing stone. Darian pats himself down and looks over at Alex.
When did you get that?
The day the Shadow Monster attacked.
Alex says.
Do you know what that is?
Amy asked softly.
It's a Zeosite stone, but it's also more than that. It's a part of me.
Alex answers.
How do you know that?
Darian asked.
I can feel it, just as I can feel I am to serve under you.
Alex says, pointing at Darian.
Guys, this is no place for this conversation. Let's head to the temple.
Ray chimes in. Right as our heroes get ready to leave, they hear the sound of someone clapping. Everyone except Alex drops into a fighting stance. Darian and Amy scan the surroundings but see nothing. However, everyone could still hear the clapping.
Be on alert, girls.
Mina commands.
Anyone see anything?
Darian asks.
I got nothing.
Lita answers.
Amy?
Mina asks. Amy pulls out a small pocket laptop.
I'm scanning it now.
I'm sensing a dark presence all around us.
Ray states.
There!
Amy points to a spot in the dark, and as she does, a man in ancient Aztec armor starts to appear. He has long black hair that was pulled back into a ponytail and the most amazing blue eyes like the color of the sea. He stops clapping and looks right at Darian.
Nephew, it's so nice to see you again.
Darian, this dude is your uncle?
Alex asks.
Oh, And I see Zoicide is here also.
Lapidus smirks, giving a side glance to Alex.
His power's off the charts.
Amy says.
Little Princess Serenity and her court are here too.
Lapidus says, looking around the group, tell his eye once again to rest on Darien.
And Damien, you seem to be doing well for yourself.
Who is this?
Serena asks, looking at Lapidus. Lepidus lays his hands over his heart and acts like he was being stabbed.
Ah! You cut me, Princess, that you don't remember me.
He is my uncle, Lapitus, the younger brother to my father, King Konos.
Darien explains.
Very good, nephew.
Lapidus starts clapping again. But this time every clap shadowmen form.
Not them again.
Ray says.
Oh, so you have battled my shadowman, have you? And I don't see battling, so you must have defeated him also.
He snaps his fingers, and a bear-like monster appears. It stood on two legs that looked like zombie bear legs. Around its chest were chains holding together a visible human rib cage. Its arms were just like a bear, and its head was also zombie-like.
Zombear will deal with you seven now.
Lapidus starts to laugh and disappears. Zombear lets out a growl and runs at our heroes.
Psst! Hey, you! Yeah, you! No, you right there! Are you a fan of Power Rangers? Do you like listening to people just randomly talk about all kinds of subjects? Well then, I got the podcast for you. Zero to Hero, the podcast. Jim and Billy, the bulk and skull of podcasting, talk about everything from Power Rangers to Gundams to who has the better hairstyle. These guys don't care. It doesn't matter to these guys. They will talk about it. You need to go check them out. That's Zero to Hero, the podcast. On Apple, Google, Spotify, you name it, they're on there. So go check them out. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.
They all dive out of the way. Amy grabs onto Alex and pulls him with her.
Moon! Cosmic power! Make up!
Serena shouts and is transformed into Sailor Moon.
Mercury, crystal, power, makeup!
Amy yells and is transformed into Sailor Mercury.
Mars, crystal power! Make up!
Ray shouts and is transformed into Sailor Mars.
Jupiter crystal power. Makeup.
Lita yells and is transformed into Sailor Jupiter.
Venus crystal power. Makeup.
Mina shouts and is transformed into Sailor Venus.
Golden Crystal, transformation!
Darien yells and is transformed into Tuxedo Mask. As soon as they were all transformed, Zombear and the Shadowmen attack. Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask take on Zombear as Sailor Venus. Mars and Jupiter deal with the Shadowmen. Sailor Mercury stays next to Alex, trying to keep him safe. Alex cringes behind Sailor Mercury, feeling completely useless when the stone in his pocket starts to glow and burns. Alex digs it out of his pocket and stares at the glowing stone. As Alex continues to look at the stone, the whole area around him goes black and silent. Alex stands up and looks around, seeing no one.
Is this really what you want to be doing?
Says a voice exactly like Alex's.
Who is there? What's going on?
Alex says, and a ghost-like man that looks exactly like him stands before him. The only thing that was different was this man was wearing a white uniform with gold inlays on his back and a brown cape. That was pinned to his uniform by green stones.
I am the Holy Knight Zeosite, protectors of the seas.
Zocyte says.
That's the name I hear in my head.
Alex asks.
Yes, I am the soul of the night you once were in your past life.
Zocyte explains.
So what?
Alex states.
Do you want to help your friends?
Zocyte questions.
I guess I do.
Alex answers.
What about your princes? Would you want to save him?
Zocyte says, and Alex goes ghost white and nods.
Good. Then all you need to do is hold my stone and call out Zeocyte Crystal Transformation. Zeocyte Crystal Transformation.
Alex shouts and is transformed into the Holy Knight Zocyte. As soon as the words left his mouth, the world came crashing back to him. The Sailor Scouts have dealt with all the Shadow Men. Tuxedo Mask and Sailor Moon continue to battle with Zomber. Zocyte forms a ball of water and starts to bounce it on his knees.
Tuxedo Mask, Sailor Moon, drop!
He shouts. The two look over at Zocyte and does just as he says.
Hey, Furball, try this one on for size. Ocean Ball, Pele Kick!
He jumps up and levitates upside down, ball rocketing off his leg stretched out at a 90-degree angle. The water ball hits Zomber, soaking it.
Now's your chance. Finish him!
Zocyte shouts. Tuxedo Mask rises as his sword starts to glow gold.
Earth's holy light!
He shouts and swings his sword down, sending a way of light flying right at Zomber. Sailor Moon summons her Heart Moon Rod.
Neo Queen Strength, lend me your power.
She asks as the Heart Moon Rod forms in her hand.
Moon Spiral Heart Attack!
Sailor Moon shouts and sends a huge spinning heart right at Zomber. The two attacks hit Zomber and it blows to pieces. Tuxedo Mask left hand starts to glow green and he thrusts it into the air.
Restore!
A wave of green light spreads over the park, turning everything back to its normal form. Then Tuxedo Mask and the Sailor Scouts turn back to normal.
So, looks like you guys got a new teammate.
Alex says, smiling.
Welcome to the team.
Darien holds out his hand to Alex. Alex shakes Darien's hand. Serena walks over and drapes herself on Amy.
I bet this makes you really happy.
Amy turns bright red.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Later that day, Lita is in her apartment. She smiles as she sits her phone down.
Okay, there we go. I am now ready for my next episode.
Around the block from Lita's, in a family-owned grocery store, an older man calls out. Hey, Oz, that Kino girl just put in a big order again. A younger gentleman with long brown hair pulled back into a ponytail walks into the back room.
On it, Mr. Foxton!
He shouts.
She must be working on a new episode.
He adds, speaking to himself.
The Sailor Scouts. Sailor Moon, aka Serena, was played by Rita, or Cosplay Y637. Amy, aka Sailor Mercury, was played by Sherry Ann. Ray, aka Sailor Mars, was played by Jordan Storm. Lita, aka Sailor Jupiter, was played by Decent Hugs. And Mina, aka Sailor Venus, was played by Melodic Maria 18. The Holy Knights. Darien Shields, aka Tuxedo Mask, was played by yours truly, Cosplay Dude 637. Alex Waters, aka Zoocyte, is played by Ty Tiger. Oz Seasons was played by Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger. This podcast is a production of the Three Ranger Bros Studios, in association with Zio to Hero, the podcast. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed that story. Just a reminder that all my fanfictions are just that, fanfictions, and do not mean to infringe on any copyright from the mainstream continuity that it's from. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank my supporters from the Zio to Hero Network. Jim and Billy, the Bulk and Skull of podcasting, over on the main podcast, Zio to Hero. Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger, on Nerds Through Comics, my Parabatai and dear friend Ty Tiger of Tiger Tales on YouTube, Jacob, aka the Iron Avenger 52 on TikTok and YouTube, Clayton with Neon Lights on YouTube, Ben the Baker Ranger, Sam aka XX Rebel Ranger XX, TN_Ranger, and our good friend Tony. I would also like to thank a few friends of the Z2H network: Casey from Mighty Morphin Conspiracy Theories, Justin aka A-Crown, Johnson of Western Strike, Rob aka Lightning Collector 2021, James, better known as Beauty_Baba Yaga, Justin the Green Spartan Ranger, JP the creator of Power Rangers Digital Beast, and Michael and Nathan of the Power Trip. Everyone I just named has been a huge supporter to me and my podcast, and if you can, go give them a follow. It would mean the world to me. Thanks a lot. Until next time, guys. Later days.